Hi, second grade. Welcome back to another Wit and Wisdom lesson with Mrs. Jones. Today we're looking at Module 4, Lesson 24. Our objective is I can match the text feature I am shown. So before we start, we're going to work on our fluency. I'm going to go ahead and read this, and I just want you to pause and listen and think about what you notice as I read this passage. Hunger sends you strong signals. It lets you know that eating is the most important thing you do each day. The food you eat and drink keeps you alive. It builds, protects, and energizes your body. So I'm going to ask you to think about this for about 10 seconds and think about what you noticed as I read this passage. Go. Let's see if your answers match mine. So when we read fluently, one of the things of fluency means you read like you're talking, you pause at periods as well as commas. So anytime I see a period or a comma, I'm going to pause. Let's try reading with me. Remember, we're going to pause at periods and commas as we read. Let's read together. Hunger sends you strong signals. It lets you know that eating is the most important thing you do each day. The food you eat and drink keeps you alive. It builds, protects, and energizes your body. Nice work. Now I want you to go ahead and read to someone or something. So if no one's home or if you're at daycare, you can go ahead and read to like a stuffed animal or ask your teacher at daycare. You can ask a brother or a sister just to listen to you reading so that you can practice this fluency. Go ahead and pause this video so that you can read this to somebody. Welcome back. So now we're going to go ahead and talk about text features inside of this book, Good to Eat. I want you to take a look at these pages and think about what text features you see on this page, on these two pages. So a couple of text features that I saw on these pages were the speech bubbles, which are what these kids are talking about, and also a text box. So a text box is just something that's underneath a picture or next to words that gives us a little bit more information about what the book is telling us. So we're going to play a little game, and I hope you like it. It's called Scholar, Scholar, What Do You See? I'm going to go ahead and show you a picture, and I'm going to show you three choices of the text feature, and you're going to reply, I see a looking at me. Okay, so let's go ahead and try it. Scholar, scholar, what do you see? I'm going to pause, take a look. Here are your choices. So you're either going to reply, I see a heading looking at me. I see an index looking at me. I see a diagram looking at me. Go ahead and pause. I'm going to give you about 10 seconds to tell me your answer. So if I was the student and I was watching this video, I would reply, I see a diagram looking at me, because this shows me a diagram. It shows me all the different parts of the digestive system. Okay, one more. Scholar, scholar, what do you see? Right here. So you're going to say, I see a caption looking at me. I see a glossary looking at me. I see a diagram looking at me. Think, what is this text feature? And go ahead and reply. 10 seconds. So if I was a scholar, I would reply with, I see a caption looking at me. A caption is information with a paragraph or a picture. So it shows grow, it shows think, breathe, and move. Okay, let's dive in a little bit more about these text features. And I have a question for you to think about. You ready? So, why are there so many speech bubbles? Why didn't the author just put this information into a paragraph? So as I was reading this story, and maybe you noticed too, there's like almost a speech bubble on every single page, or even a lot of speech bubbles on the pages. Why do you think the author chose to put this information into a speech bubble and not into a paragraph? I'm going to give you about 20 seconds to think about this, because this is kind of a tricky question. Why did the author choose to put all of this information into a speech bubble instead of a paragraph? Go ahead and think about that. Okay, you've thought about it, and go ahead and share an answer with either your brother or sister, mom or dad, grandma, auntie, your daycare teacher, a friend, or even a stuffed animal. Go ahead and share that response. So let's see if your answer matches mine. As a reader, and I'm looking at this book, if the author put all of this text into a paragraph, it would be a really long paragraph and it would make it really hard for me to read. But when I see the speech bubbles, it makes it more interesting to me to read these pages and still get the same information. Did you come up with the same idea or answer? If you did, go ahead and say, I sure did, Mrs. Jones. And that's our lesson for today, scholars. I want to let you know that you all are doing such a great job in all of this distance learning, and we are all so proud of you. Our school year is almost over, believe it or not like a week. We still have like 20 days or so left, but keep staying strong, keep doing this good work. And your secret word is hunger. All right. I will see you next time, scholars. Bye-bye.